Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. We are going to be doing a Sephora VIB sale haul today. Why is that such a weird sentence for me to say? I feel like those words don't go together well. Sephora VIB sale haul. Oh God. It is currently 4:00 p.m. on a Friday, and I typically don't film on Fridays, especially at this time, but today is the first day of the VIB sale for Rouge members, and I wanted to get this video up for you guys before the sale ended, in case I happen to talk about anything that you want to purchase at a discount. So I ran over to the Sephora on Michigan Ave, and that Sephora is amazing. It definitely has to be one of the biggest Sephoras in the country because there are so many brands in that store, and I typically don't see a lot of those brands in stores. So ran over there, was able to pick up almost every single thing that was on my wish list, and we are here today to do a haul. But that's not all. I got a little too excited when I got home from Sephora, and I wanted to test out a bunch of the new makeup items that I purchased, so I figured that I may as well sit down and record myself applying a lot of the products for the first time so that I could give you a little bit of a first impressions here as well. So we have some first impressions, some restocks of items that I love that I've talked to you guys about before, makeup, hair care. That's all I'm gonna say. I will keep talking if I don't cut myself off here. Let's jump right into it. Is this just a me thing? Please tell me that some of you are like this. Whenever I can't get a box open, I don't know what it is. It drives me insane, and I just have to like rip it open. The first thing that I wanted to pick up is the HAUS Labs by Lady Gaga Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. I feel like I have been hearing so many amazing things about this foundation. So many people seem to be absolutely obsessed with it and say that it's just so lightweight and truly is skin-like and just gives you like the most perfect, flawless finish ever without it feeling heavy and looking cakey. So I was like, okay, sign me up. I've also seen a lot of reviews talking about how difficult it is to find the correct shade match in this foundation. I don't know exactly what the issue is. I feel like I've heard people say that the undertones are like swapped. So warm tones are actually cool tones. I don't really know, but I will say that I did have a hard time trying to find a shade for myself in the store. I picked up two, one to try to match me when I have self-tan on, which I do right now, and one for when I don't have self-tan on, so a fair shade. I went in with a darker shade first, which is 270 light medium neutral, and it is definitely too dark and too orange for me, so I wanted to try to color correct that, make it a little bit lighter. Normally I like to mix shades together before I even apply them to the face, but since I had already started applying, I just went ahead and finished that layer and then topped it with the lighter shade that I picked up, which is 100 light neutral. And I feel like these two shades mixed together actually ended up working really well for me. So hopefully I can find this exact shade in just one foundation and I don't have to mix to get this shade. We'll see. I don't really have high hopes. But aside from the shade situation, my initial impression of this foundation is very positive. It definitely is weightless like it claims to be, especially if you were able to find the correct shade match and you didn't have to go on with two layers. Just one layer of this is really weightless. It feels amazing in that sense, and it has a really, really nice glowy finish on the skin that doesn't look greasy and really beautiful medium coverage that is buildable. So we'll see how this wears throughout the day. I'll keep playing around with it with other products, and I will definitely share my updated thoughts in a future video. But in the event that I didn't love the HAUS Labs foundation, I wanted to have a backup, so I did pick up another shade in the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. I talked to you guys about this in my VIB sale recommendations video, right? I'm almost positive I did. It is so hard for me to keep track of what I say in what video, you know? I can't. But again, I'm almost positive I did because I have been absolutely loving this foundation and wearing it nonstop. I just have it in a dark shade though, and not a light shade for when I don't have self-tan on, so I wanted to pick up a lighter one as well. I got the shade 4. Hopefully that works, but again, beautiful foundation, really, really flawless finish, but doesn't feel super heavy. Nice medium buildable coverage. Compared to HAUS so far, I would say that HAUS is definitely lighter weight, but this gives a little bit better coverage. Yeah, okay. I'm currently having a concealer dilemma because you guys know that I am obsessed with the Lancome Tanti Doll concealer. It's so, so beautiful. Just looks flawless under the eyes, but it's so lightweight and it's like a nice medium coverage, so it's not too intense. I love it, but I have realized that it has major flashback and flash photos. And that's not typically something that I'm really worried about because I feel like in most situations, I'm not having photos with flash taken of me. I'm not really having photos taken of me, period, these days, but I have had a couple of trips over the past month where flash photos were taken and I was like, oh my God, it looks so bad. I feel like it's just been a while since I have noticed flashback in that way, and it's definitely intense. It's not something you can hide. So even though I'm definitely going to continue wearing that concealer for most of my life, since again, I'm not usually having photos taken like that, I did want to pick up an option in case I know that photos are going to be taken. So I kind of panicked. I was like, I don't know what to get. I was looking on Sephora's website to check out the top sellers and top rated concealers. I was feeling underwhelmed by the concealer options available. I feel like we've had so many concealer launches lately that are just too light in coverage and too creamy and too creasy. I feel like I've had a lot of concealer fails lately, so I went back to something that I used to use a while ago. It has been a minute. The Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. My hair is just, I don't even know today. This was my go-to concealer for years and years, as far back as college, and then post-college, I could not get enough of this because just the tiniest amount goes the longest way. It's full coverage, it's flawless, it doesn't crease. It is such a beautiful concealer and it lasts forever. Did I already say that? So since I have been having so many issues with concealers lately, I thought I would just play it safe and pick up something that I know works for me while I continue to test out other things, because I definitely still want to find new nice concealers. I just feel like it's been hard. So if you have any concealer recommendations, definitely let me know in the comments below. I did actually pick up one other. No, I didn't. Oh man, am I serious? So I thought I was picking up the Rare Beauty concealer, but it looks like I accidentally picked up the foundation instead. Oops. So I do already own the Rare Beauty concealer, and I think that the texture and finish are both really nice. It's lightweight, and I would say it has like a natural to soft matte finish on the skin, but the shade that I have is just not right. It's too dark and too yellow, so I feel like whenever I wear it, I'm like, ugh, this just doesn't look good. But I was having a hard time finding the right shade match for me in that range as well, so I thought that I picked up a lighter shade to mix with the one that I have, in hopes that I would reach for it more with the right shade, but this is a foundation. So I'm gonna have to figure that out after this video. All right, let's move on to a cream bronzer that I have been dying to try. I have heard so many good things about the Rare Beauty Warm Wishes Stick Bronzer. I picked up the shade Always Sunny, and this is so creamy and so easy to work with. I had heard that about it, but I was very surprised when I first swiped it because it just glides on the skin and it truly does blend so easily with such beautiful, I would say like natural to buildable full-on pigment if you want it, which is really nice. So I'm definitely going to continue using this one. I am super excited I picked it up. Oh my God, I have been waiting for the sale to buy these blushes. These are the Patrick Ta Beauty Major Headlines Double Take Cream and Powder Blush Duo Cream Doubles. Is that right? That doesn't sound right. It's the cream powder blush duos from Patrick Ta. We'll go with that. I definitely love the concept of having both a cream and a powder in one palette like this so that you could use them together or separately. This is also so nice that there's a plastic covering for the cream so that it doesn't get all messy with the powder falling into it. Love that. But I would say that the biggest reason why I was so drawn to these blushes is because the shades are so beautiful and so unique. So the first one I picked up actually looks like a bronzer, but hear me out. I feel like blush shades like this are so underrated, but so freaking stunning. So this one is called She's So LA, and it's described as a bronzed nude. Even though this may look like bronzer in the pan, what I love about it is that it doesn't once it's applied to the cheeks. There's definitely something slightly rosy in the undertone when you apply it, so it still gives you that flushed look, but I feel like because it has this brown tone, it looks more natural than like a bright pink or a bright orange or a bright red. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. And then the other shade that I picked up is She's a Doll, which I feel like is the shade that I've heard the most about. It's just such a fun, bright, vibrant pink, super feminine. I cannot wait to try this one on. All right, moving on to not actually technically a bronzer, but something that I have made a bronzer. You guys know one of my favorite things to do is use face powders in deeper shades as bronzer. I feel like it's more buildable. You get shades that are better color matches. I talked about that in a beauty hacks video that I will list below if you haven't seen that yet, but this is my next victim for that. It's actually from the Sephora brand collection. It's their Micro Smooth Multitasking Baked Face Powder. I can't really give a fair first impression of this today because I did use the Rare Beauty Cream Bronzer Stick as well, but I wanted to still throw this on, kind of set the cream bronzer with it, and I picked up the shade 58 Almond, which I don't think is the perfect shade match for me. Maybe it was like mixed with that Rare Beauty stick that it didn't look quite right. I'll have to try without it because I feel like it looks fine in the pan here. I'll definitely keep you guys posted on this, but the reason why I wanted to purchase it is because I swatched it in the store and I was like, whoa. It just looked flawless when I swatched it. So I'm excited about this one. Okay, this next item is something I am so excited about because I feel like I've been looking everywhere for the perfect glittery eyeshadow topper. I really wanted something that made the eyelid look glossy and kind of like wet and dimensional and had really nice fine glitter, not like thick chunky glitter, but I didn't want it to look like any old metallic eyeshadow and I felt like I couldn't find what I was looking for. I think I found it. This is the Makeup by Mario Master Crystal Reflector Highlighter. So I picked up the shade Quartz, which is this gorgeous frosty white, but it doesn't look white on the lid. It's so difficult to explain. The best way I feel like is to just show you guys. It's like this glossy look with this white micro glitter throughout it. Oh my gosh. And that kind of segues perfectly into this item. It's also from Makeup by Mario, and this is called the Master Secret Glow Highlighter. This is so interesting. Very tiny, not a lot of product in here. On the back of the box, it says, my signature secret for creating a dewy glass-like glow for the eyes and face in a nourishing, non-sticky formula. Dash Mario. He's the one that said that. So I picked this up in case that eyeshadow didn't do what I wanted it to do on the lids and I needed it to look even glossier. I don't know. I feel like I should just keep it and play around with it because maybe I could put this on top of regular eyeshadows and then it would give me that look without using that product. I'll experiment with it and I'll let you guys know what I think. My TikTok algorithm got it right before I went to the store. I got a video where someone was talking about products that they recommended from Sephora. I don't remember who it was. I wish I did so I could give them credit, but they said that this Sephora brand lip liner, the Rouge Gel lip liner, is like the best lip liner ever. So obviously I had to try it. So I picked up the shade 29 Dressed to the 90s, and this is so nice. It really does feel like this smooth gel. Very impressed. And I love that it has a little bit of like a sheeny finish versus being really flat and matte. I feel like so many lip liners are just like dry and crusty looking. The only thing I wonder about for this one is how long it lasts, given that it doesn't have a drier formula that kind of stays put on the lips. So we'll see about that, but pigment is there. The color is beautiful. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. And the last thing that I picked up in the makeup department is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Vanilla, which is just their sheer balm butter balm, which is vanilla scented. And I wanted this because I like to have balms like this to throw in my bag if I'm going to be, sorry, I really want to smell this. I'm just like holding it next to my face. This is perfectly scented for a lip product. It's light, it's fresh, it's a little bit sweet. It's not too intense, really good. Anyway, I wanted to pick this up because I like to have lip balms, butters, treatments like this to have if I'm going to be out in public so that I don't have to stick my fingers in my Vaseline because that's not very hygienic. And this one feels amazing. It's really nice and cushy, very nourishing on the lips, has really beautiful shine. So yay, I'm excited about this. Also, they just do it right with the packaging. They really do. All right, that is it for makeup. We're gonna wrap up the video with hair care and one body care item, but I'm going to kind of walk through it quickly because most of these items are things that I talked about in my recommendations video. I just needed to restock. A couple things are not. but a lot are. One that I definitely included is the Pureology Color Fanatic Multitasking Leave-In Spray. Absolutely needed to restock on this in a jumbo size because it is my favorite leave-in conditioning spray ever. It's so amazing. I just ran out of the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo, so needed to restock immediately because this is my favorite dry shampoo. It is so weightless, it does not make sense. I love it. But I also really wanted to try the MoroccanOil Dry Shampoo because I keep hearing about how good this smells. I'm gonna do a little cap test. Oh. That does smell good. Almost kind of like a cologne, but not too intensely masculine. That's nice. So we will see how that one works. I've never tried it before. If it's not something that I'm obsessed with in terms of texture and look, then it may just be something that I like spritz over the top to get the smell. I'm almost out of my Color Wow Dream Coat, so I had to purchase before that even happens because I love this so much. It makes my hair look so shiny. It really is amazing and is so good at preventing frizz. If you feel like your hair gets frizzy easily, if you live somewhere where it's really humid, try this. Also wanted to pick up another Living Proof Triple Bond Complex Hair Strengthener. Oh my gosh, love this so much. I've only talked about it one other time on my channel because I was just reviewing it for the first time. So if you haven't seen that review, I will list that below. I show you guys my before and after results and using it for 2 months, and wow. That's all I need to say. Another thing I wanted to restock is the Amika the Kure Intense Bond Repair Mask. I love this range, and this is such a nice, delicious, deeply conditioning mask. So I didn't want to live without it anymore. And the last thing that I picked up, which is the one body care item, is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Foreplay. Oh, I didn't know it was naughty like that. Brazilian Foreplay Moisturizing Shower Cream Gel. I'm such a sucker for the Sol de Janeiro fragrance. It's not even funny. It really is one of my all-time favorite fragrances, especially in items like this, like body wash, lotion, hair mists, spritzes like that. It's the best because it's just so warm and comforting and juicy, and it's perfect. It's perfect, and scents like this are my absolute favorite for cold weather months. It just doesn't get better. So now is my time to buy since it's not cheap. All right, you guys, we are going to wrap up this video here. I really hope that you enjoyed this haul. I am so excited about so many of the things that I purchased, and I definitely, like I said, will continue to keep you guys updated on my thoughts on these products as I use them more. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you tried any of the items that I talked about today? Are you interested in testing anything out? If so, as always, everything is listed and linked in order of mention in my description box below. And if you enjoyed the video, you know the drill. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, click on that notification bell, and send my channel to a friend that you think would enjoy my content. Thank you so much for doing those things. Your support means the world. Thank you for watching my videos. I love the freaking heck out of you guys. Make sure to stay tuned for my next one because that will be up in a few days. But until then, I hope you have a great few days.